Physical presence has its, you know, has its own significance, but if your interest is receiving grace, wherever you are, it's possible. So this time, largely, this Mahashivratri will be largely online. That means you don't have to take the trouble of traveling. We will come to you in so many different ways and please be available. We are, giving out a certain instrument of grace. This is a certain consecrated Rudraksh bead. The legend says Rudraksh is actually the tears of Shiva. So Shiva sat in a meditative state for a very long time. Everybody thought he is dead because he was completely unmoving. It looks like there was no breath, there was no nothing. But off and on, tears of ecstasy dribbled out of his eye, of life that he showed, that there was an ecstasy that he could not control, which made him absolutely still. At the same time, once in a way, tears of ecstasy dribbled down. These teardrops fell on the planet or on the ground or in the earth and became Rudraksh. That is what Rudraksha means. These are Shiva's teardrops. There are many aspects to this. One thing is it has a unique reverberation. Another thing is it'll be consecrated here, so it'll become an instrument of grace. But it is also symbolism. The idea of wearing Rudraksh, the ascetics always wore Rudraksh because of all the creatures on this planet, from the virus to the bacteria, all the microbes, the worms, insects, plants, trees, birds, animals, none of them can consciously decide whether to reproduce or not. It just happens. If the seed falls out, another sapling rises, that becomes another tree. So, nobody can decide whether to reproduce or not. The only creature who has this power is to hold back the seed and not reproduce but consciously is the human being. I'm saying it is possible. Whether all human beings are capable or not is another matter, because evolutionary process is a slow process, you know. It's not like on one day, tuck, it's done. It's happening still for some. So Rudraksh bead is symbol of that. The Shiva or the Adiyogi is represented by this in many ways because this is a symbol of conscious choice, that you decide. The base processes of life, of eating, reproductive nature, sleeping, all these things you decide, because once you take these things in your hands, your freedom of life is complete. If food, drink, excretion, reproduction and sleep, if these five things come into your hands, conscious hands, it's done, life, everything is free. So, Rudraksh bead represents that dimension, that you have chosen to become a conscious human being. It has its health and other benefits, that's a different matter, but one simple thing that you're telling yourself and everybody is, when I wear Rudraksh, I am a conscious being. I've decided. What is a compulsive activity for every other creature on this planet? For me, it is a conscious process. So, a Rudraksh bead which is consecrated in a certain way, which is… will be on Adiyogi for some time. So when you get the Rudraksh, pay as you can, okay? You can pay for yourself, or if you want another 100 people to have these Rudraksh, you can pay for them. So this will be available, please make use of this Rudraksh, this will be a powerful instrument in your life to be accessible to grace of Adiyogi.
Benefits of Rudraksh. Rudraksh literally means Rudra is the name of Shiva and Aksh or Aksha means tears. Hence, Rudraksh means the tears of Shiva. Shiva is one of the three Devs or three Murti, who are Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, and Shiva, the destroyer? This question always comes to yoga and meditation practitioners. Why Rudraksh is called the tears of Shiva? Rudraksh is a very special mala that is usually worn by spiritual seekers and less by fashion geeks. People nowadays are using it for fashion and looking cool, but it can be really harmful without knowing the purpose of Rudraksh. When Sati, who is also called Dakshayani, daughter of Daksh, is generally considered the first wife of Shiva, who was also Parvati and was Sati's reincarnation. After her death, comes to know that there is a yagna at her father's place, and all are invited except her. She felt sad and decided to go there. Shiva objected to her decision, but Sati still chose to go. When she reached, Father thus humiliated Sati in front of all guests during a fire ceremony, saying that Shiva is nasty and disgusting because he used to consider Shiva his enemy and was totally against Sati's marriage with Shiva. At this, Sati felt much disrespected and jumped into the Agni Kund. When Shiva knows this happening, he became angry with Daksh and he plucked a hair lock and stroked it on the ground from that strike. To date, were born called Veerbhadra and Bhadrakali. Shiva ordered them to destroy the yagna of Daksha and kills him immediately. After the death of Sati, Shiva was holding the body of Sati in his hand and going towards Kailash, the mountain where Shiva lived. The body parts that fell on earth become Shakti Peeth, such as Kunjapuri temple, Surkanda temple and Chandravadni temple. After the death of Sati, Shiva was so sad and he meditated for many years. When he opened his eyes, the teardrops started to fall as a deep sorrow and attachment for many years. This is how the Rudraksha tree was born. Apart from religious and mythological importance, Rudraksha holds marvelous spiritual and scientific benefits in human life. Rudraksha is believed to be a powerful protective shield against negative aura and bad omens. Wearing Rudraksha will enhance your life in every dimension. Let's uncover the benefits of Rudraksha scientifically and spiritually. Scientific benefits of Rudraksha: remove negative energy, improve sleep, improves energy layers, improves temperature of the body, improves focus, improves also physical health, differentiates between clean water and the poisonous water. Spiritual benefits of Rudraksha: improves devotion, protects from dark energies, improves the power of thinking, increases wisdom, improves concentration, removes unnecessary fear, improves decision ability power, removes the fear of death, improves the power of detachment, balance kapha body type and water elements, increases the level of consciousness, cleansing of aura.